Welcome back to the channel.
Today we're checking off a museum that's been on my to-do list, and it is the Ringling brothers, John and Mabel's house, basically. So
it's the Ringling Museum.
So if you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button.
Come get lost with us. Made it to the John and Mable Museum of Art. The Florida State University. Alright, let's find out about parking first.
Turn right.
Check out the FSU Oslo Conservatory and Theater. But this way is how we get to the Ringling Museum. A little bit of information about the home. Venetian Gothic Palace. It's right on Sarasota Bay. It was completed in the mid-20s, so fairly recently.
And it was given to the state of Florida in 1936.
Oh, that's weird. It was just done in the 20s. How did they give it to him in 1936? It was just completed. Strange. Yeah, let's go take a look.
So these two wristbands will be for access to the museums and the grounds. The tickets are...
There is a few museums through here. There's the Big Show main entrance. We also got an add-on to the house, which was $15 extra that we're going to check out. Last time I was here, that was included. This is the Ringling Brothers Museum guide. I'll show you the other side. It has a map. There's a map of everything that we're gonna... Some of the stuff we're gonna take a look at. Not sure about museums. Nancy wants to see the house, so that's kind of what we came here for.
I might go to the Circus Museum. That seems interesting.
Yeah.
But I think I'm arted out.
It's a neat art display right outside the house. It's got all the astrological signs, and then it points north, west, south, and east. Compass. There's the Libra. Here's the outside. Give you a nice little view. Look at that. You could definitely see out into the water on top of that. Just the ornate design. I think that's tile going up the side of that wall. Then they got stained glass. And then that balcony up top. That'd be cool to have like a bedroom up there. You get to see the world. Check out the yard from the front of the house.
Folks have a ticket for today? Excellent. Have you been here?
These are some of them, yes. That is gold. That is gold, all of it. It's kind of crazy that you did the inside as the door is gold. Look at these lights. I mean, they are so flashy. And then here's an office setup. Wow, with a gong. Man, I mean, just imagine. Look at the work on these desks. And like everything he could make gold, he made gold. He was very flashy. Even the columns were like carved out. I mean, that's a column, a load-bearing column that he made into that.
It's 22 different dancing couples. It was painted by this guy in New York.
Wow. So now what were you saying? What did you say?
There's 22 dancing couples from like all different cultures, and it was painted by this guy from New York.
Wow. Just imagine having to get on your back and paint each of these separately. And like each door is different, right? So the last one was pure gold. You can kind of see it's a little backlit here, but it's just, yeah, and like a red tapestry. And then look at the windows, the stained glass in this one. Gorgeous. Oh, got the air vents. So you used to be able to go out on the actual porch here. Stained glass. Sorry, we're in a wind tunnel. Look at that, and then look at the second story. Look at that chandelier. Oh my gosh, the money. Can you imagine? Not only the money, but getting it here at the time in the 20s, having to actually get all of this artwork and stuff here. The ceiling. Has different paintings on it. I mean, that is really cool. You can't see it too well. You can see some of them. It's a little bright in here because of the lighting. And then the rooms, there are little balconies up there. There used to be an organ here that cost them in 1924 $25,000. And what were you saying about it?
They took it out in 2022 to restore it. It hasn't come back yet.
So this, again, different doorway to this room is steel. It's like wrought iron steel. And yeah, there's a bird cage. Looks like it's made out of ivory or pearl, something like that. And look at that. And then obviously artwork everywhere. Amazing. Just amazing. Is this the breakfast room? So here's where all the service people made the food. This is the old pantry. Stuff is all removed for conservation. It's definitely under construction right now, y'all. Just know that if you're planning on coming here. The space is part of the service wing, where the domestic staff work to support them. Day-to-day lives. Nancy noted there's nothing really ornate in here other than, of course, the plates that they use to serve them. Why do you think that is, Nancy?
Because this is where the servants hung out.
And the servants did not enjoy joy. Yeah, I was going to say they did not deserve joy, but I said enjoy. Sorry about that. But yeah, here's the kitchen. And you can see it goes right out into the main area right down there. Heading into the kitchen pantry area. That's pretty cool. Look at those. Old stoves. Heading back because the other part was closed. Here is the tap room. What happens in the tap room? What are they tapping, Giggity? Oh, he had his own bar. Look at that. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I like that. So this is right by the kitchen. And of course, right off the kitchen would be the dining room area. They had a fireplace. Now, it does occasionally get cool in Tampa. I don't know if it gets cold enough for a fireplace, but look at this. Look at that. Like the ornateness of everything. Everything.
Everything in here is like etched wood.
Yeah. Look at that. Like everything is done to the max. Like you're just like, yeah, you're just like, what can we do? Everything. Even in the front of the house, they had stained glass. I mean, that's really amazing. And then we turn around in the room, and all of these mirrors, that's real gold. Like everything is real.
These are real marble floors.
And those are what now?
Real marble floors.
Yeah.
Like, to think that the entirety of the floor in this, at least the downstairs that we walked, is all marble.
Mm-hmm.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
Even nowadays.
Even nowadays. Look at the marble. And then all the lights here, too, are a gold. I mean, just look at that. Imagine what they spent. And the time it took to import everything, the time it took to make everything by hand. I mean, even these, like, wood doors here behind Nancy, it's really dark.
Yeah, like the stuff that's carved into these doors.
I mean, look at that. Wood door. Sorry, it's a little hard to see up because of the light. And then we're in, like, the throne area. Look how many seats they had just to kind of, like, sit in. This giant picture, basically on a rug on both sides. And this is where someone would enter the home. So they'd come right through this big old wooden door here. And this would be the entrance where they can get their shoes off, they can get taken care of before they get into the house. More of these huge, huge supports. They're just gold. Wow. If you remember these plants from our Edison Ford estates, these are the banyan trees. They're not native to this area. So it's interesting that both he and Edison had them imported. As you can see by all their roots. They've got a few of them here. There's even one across the way over there. Good to see those again. Another look at the house from this angle. Look at that thing. I mean, that is fantastic. I'd love to go to the top in that little perch area. Check it out. I think that's Caesar right there. You can see you used to be able to go on the deck and walk out there, but it seems to be closed for now. It seems everything on this thing is almost closed. Kind of disappointing, but they're doing some work over here. We couldn't find the secret tunnel, but we did find the secret garden. It's like a butterfly garden right to the right of the house. It's got some pretty plants, but it seems a little overgrown. Back corner over here is the gravesite.
It also says entered June of 1991. So did they exhume the bodies in 1991 and just the headstones stay here?
Or did they move them over here in 1991? Like they moved the body and everything? I don't know. That's a good question. Let us know in the comments if you know. There is a rose garden in the middle, but it's closed down right now. So if you wanted to see it, you just don't get the option. There's the sign we showed you earlier. It's right on the other side of this banyan tree. There's a bunch of them. Here's another shot of that rose garden. And Nacy just made an observation about the play area in the distance. See it right there. Now, what were you saying?
That is quintessential Florida playground life. It is a metal slide with zero shade pointed directly at the sun, so that when you come down, you can also cook your ass like you would eggs.
Here's a circus gallery, Ringling Museum, a little trolley. There's some really neat stuff in here so far. A lot of like classic carnival stuff that's been donated to the family. Nacy was just saying off camera that every day, every person on the road would get 1 bucket of water, and they had to like sanction that or spread that out across their day. And that's all they would get, is 1 bucket of water. It's like that scene out of that movie.
Our first location.
Yep, 1842. Some of the advertisings. That's fascinating. Look at that old school advertising. Well, like the different faces in the background. That's really cool. Another one of their ads.
1871 was its first circus season, was in 1871.
Check out this cart. Look at that wood carving on it. Holy cow. I can't imagine how long that would take to put together. That is really, really cool. And then this side has Bruno Shizuki's super repeating cannon. So the guy who got shot out of the cannon. No way. That's really cool. You got Cuckoo, the bird girl. Kind of looks like a guy, but apparently it's a girl. Big Jim Tarver, Texas Giant. Me, Clora Lufa, the bearded lady. The wonderful albino family from Madagascar. And then a guy with 3 legs. And then look at this one too, with the Griffiths on it. And the scene, I mean, that is something. And all those wheels. This is, wow. Look at this trailer car, right? The line is literally 3D out of it. Look at that. And then they have a lion's, well, some kind of cage for an animal back here. Can't imagine what that ride was like. And then a weird, like, organ playing one in the back here. These are really neat. Like, this is definitely worth the admission right here. Until they've replaced the wheels with inflatable ones for some reason. But yeah, it plays like an organ. Look at that. They have a whole wood carving shop back here. Oh, he's missing a tooth. Someone broke his tooth. Yeah, look at him. That's impressive that they carved that. And that's just gigantic. This is the inside of one of their private cars. So this is like the hangout area. It had a little back porch. Apparently P.T. Barnum is the first person to have a private rail car for the one tour that he did with the opera singer. There's this. And then you get past this area, there's a little like table. And then this area would be their bed. Well, someone's bed at least. That's kind of what it looked like. Those are really small cars. Interesting, they had a bathroom in their bedroom, but they also had a bathroom back here, which is more like a bathroom with a shower and everything, and a sink. So here's a little bit bigger bedroom. Well, that's a fairly nice little cabin. I could live with that. Another sort of indoor hangout area. Fascinating. Look at that. This would most likely be where they were prepared all their food and stuff. It's a really nice train car. What do you think of the train car?
It's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah. I would ride on it.
This was named after his home state of Wisconsin, and he would used to take this to come down here. And the last time he did that was 1916 was his last trip on this. It's really cool. It's an awesome little car. I can't imagine what it took train-wise to get here from Wisconsin. Macy crashed out. So we're up here recharging. We got some fruits, juices, and some chocolate. That concludes our trip to the Ringling Museum.
I thought it was really fun. It was really cool seeing all of the old carts and just like the intricate wood engraved that went on them. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I thought the whole museum's really neat. It's kind of shut down right now. Like the house is really like cordoned off, but they had a really cool exhibits. The train was fascinating. The fact that he used to ride that from Wisconsin down to here, that would have been a long ride.
And there's still other parts of the museum that we didn't get to just because the day is kind of starting to wrap up, so we wanted to get out of here. But they have another art museum, they have theaters, they have a secondary circus museum that we didn't go in. So there's still a lot more to do that we have not checked out yet.
Yeah, and if you want us to come back, definitely let us know in the show notes, and we'll definitely be around here, so
yeah,
we would be interested in coming back too.
So if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button.
And ring that notification bell so you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come and get you all for the next one.
Ain't that the truth, baby Ruth?
Bye, everybody.
Bye. We just wanted to take a moment to thank you guys for watching this video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, would you please consider hitting that subscribe button, as it helps us reach a wider audience and helps our channel grow even further. To those of you who are already subscribed to the channel, we just wanted to say a huge thank you for always being there and supporting our channel. We cannot wait to take you guys on our next adventure, so we'll see you guys in the next one.